Andrea Clausen here, and it's day 14 of our 21-day core and booty challenge. Today, you're going to need a pair of gliders. If you don't have gliders, but you have carpet, paper plates will work. If you are on hardwood, what you can do is you can cut up an old t-shirt, or maybe just use a couple t-shirts, and you can use that as your gliders. So there is definitely an option. Or just do the move without needing the gliders, because that I will show you how to do that as well. All right, so first one, we just need one of our gliders. We are going to go ahead and do a glider side lunge. So I'm going to go ahead, now notice I'm on hardwood, but I put a blanket down for my gliders, so that also can work. My left leg is going to be my working leg. My right foot has the glider on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glide my right leg out to a side lunge and then pull it back in. So I'm going to glide out and then pull back in. So I'm working my left glute, and I'm also getting a nice stretch to that right inner thigh. So I'm out, pulling back in, pushing through my heel. Now you want to make sure that I'm not putting a ton of weight in my right foot. So it's pretty much just sliding nicely. Most of my weight is pushing through that heel as I stand. We got 3 more on this side. 2 more. Last one. And then we're going to go ahead and switch other foot. So now our right leg's our working leg. Left leg is going to glide on out and then stand on up. So we're gliding and standing. So this, you can also do just a regular side lunge. So I said you can do this without anything. Just do a regular side lunge where you would step out to the side. So that is your modification. If you don't have gliders, paper plates, or a t-shirt to cut up, or just towels, that also works. One more. Now, we're going to go ahead and come to the floor, and after every glider move, we are going to be doing a 15-second plank. So that is our core today, is going to be holding a plank, and ready from your forearms, or your, or up on your hands if you need, but we're going to go ahead and hold here, squeeze the glutes, activating through the core. You can almost go right to your knees if you need to. We got 15 seconds though, we're almost there. And then we're going to be staying on the floor in 3, 2, and then knees drop down. Go ahead and grab both gliders now. We have our gliders. We're going to do in and outs. So what this is going to look like, I'm going to show you, let's show you this way. So I'm going to be in a high plank. My feet are on my gliders. So my feet are on my gliders, and I'm up in a high plank. So I'm up here. My feet are going out to the sides and then back in. So out and in. I'm pulling in with my inner thighs. Core work, cardio work, 4 to go, 3, 2, last one. And then if you don't have gliders, jumping jack out and in. So I call those plank jacks. So that's your option if you don't have gliders. Done with those though, back down to our forearms, holding that plank, 15 seconds. Staying nice and strong here. Squeezing the glutes. Breathing to reset. We're going to be staying on the floor once more after this in 3, 2, and 1. Back to the floor. This time we got glider mountain climbers. You can also do the mountain climbers without the gliders for your modification with no gliders. So gliders are on the feet again, back into that high plank. Mountain climbers driving the right knee and then left knee. 3, 4, just so you know how I'm counting it. 6, use that lower belly to pull those knees in. 10 and 10, perfect. Back down, we got our plank, 15 seconds, squeezing those glutes. And then our last move is going to be a reverse lunge with our gliders. So we'll be standing up again in 5, 3, and coming on up. Go ahead and just take one glider. I'm going to have my left leg forward, my right toes are on my glider, and I'm going to reverse lunge back, sliding that leg back, and then bringing it forwards. You can also do a reverse lunge, no glider, if that feels good for you as well. So if you don't have the gliders, or if they're just really awkward, just go ahead and step back to a regular reverse lunge. What you're working is your front glute. So pushing through that front heel as you slide the glider up. Core is working. Last 2. Last one. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Left toes on the glider. Right leg is working, gliding back, pull it in. Hips are staying nice and level as well. So those hips are trying to stay square to the front of your mat. So we're not just turning our torso out. So we're really activating through the glutes. 2 more. Last one. Woo. All right, down on the floor, plank, 15 seconds. Holding those. If this starts to get hard on the toes, just drop right down to the knees. But holding here, squeezing the glutes. Last 5, and then we're back up for side lunges. And dropping down, standing on up, grabbing a glider, taking it underneath one foot. I'm going to start with my right leg gliding, left leg working. So out to that side lunge, pulling it in. So we got 10 of these on each side, and then we'll be back to that side, or that side lunge, back to that plank. So you can kind of see the flow. Little work, little stabilization. 2 more. Last one. Good, other side. Right leg's down, left leg sliding out for 10. Staying strong. Push through that heel to stand up. Use those inner thighs to pull that glider in. So don't just go through the motions. Try to activate those right muscles. 2 more. Last one. All right, down on the floor, plank it is. 15 seconds, toes curled under, hips are up. Knees from your knees or your toes. Pull your shoulders down your back. We're staying strong for another 5. 3, we're staying on the floor. 2, and done. Coming up, back to that in and outs with the gliders. Feet are on the gliders. You're either doing the plank jacks where you're jumping in and out, or toes curled under, coming up to that high plank, sliding in and out. Pull with those inner thighs. Back is nice and flat. 3, 2, 1, down to your knees. Coming back around, plank, 15 seconds. Hold it here. Shoulders again. Squeezing the glutes. All these little cues, but they help because as we get tired, we start to forget about them. 2, drop to those knees. Mountain climbers are up next, taking the gliders to the feet. Alternating those knee drives, with or without the gliders. And that was 10. Back to that plank. Ready, toes curled under. Hold it up for 15. Breathing here. 5 seconds. 3, 2, standing on up. Reverse lunges are next. Taking that to one foot. And then stepping it back, reverse lunge, and gliding forwards. So the trick with the planks too is if you're sweating, planks always make the sweat go that much faster. Because your head is down, sweat pours forward. We got 4 to go. And if you're wondering, are we going to do 3 rounds today? I think so. I think so. And switch other side. Because tomorrow I know we're going to just do 2 rounds. So you have that to look forward to. Tomorrow is just a 2-rounder. So we're going to go for 3 since we got our gliders out. Maybe you even cut up a t-shirt. You got to make use of it. And then you now have different moves that maybe you can do with those gliders or with that t-shirt. New ways to explore movement. 1 more. And down for our plank. And lifting and holding. And then we'll be up for our side lunges, our last round. We can do it. 5 seconds to go. 3. And drop into the knees, standing on up, grabbing one glider. Right leg is sliding out first. Left leg is working. So sliding it out, pulling it in. I'm surprised how well my blanket has worked. Because usually when I've tried this before, sometimes it all crumples together. But I will give you my tip that I haven't done before is my yoga mat is actually underneath this. And I think that's helping it from crumpling together. So if you're wondering, maybe yours is crumpling, put a yoga mat underneath it. Seems to be doing the trick for me today. 1 more. So I've done it plenty of times where I've had to readjust and readjust some more so that yoga mat is sticky enough to keep it in place. We're halfway. Then we have our plank. Push through your front or your right heel. One more. Good. Plank. Curl the toes under, hips are lifted. Squeezing the glutes here. Plank in and outs are next in 5. And drop into the knees. Grabbing the gliders, putting them at your feet. Coming to that high plank. Either your plank jacks or your gliders. In and out for 10. Three. And down. Plank. Holding up. And just checking in with the body. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Do you want more of a workout today? Maybe you want to go more. And done. Mountain climbers. Then start thinking about what you want to do. Down to the knees. Plank. So noticing maybe what body parts are feeling like, yeah, I could use a little more. And then I have a ton of different workouts on YouTube for different body parts, upper, lower, or total. And done. Standing on up, reverse lunges. So, or yoga. So maybe you're feeling like you want to take a little yoga practice today. I'm a big fan of yoga as more of the mental, spiritual aspects than physical. That is my personal beliefs about yoga. But I understand that sometimes yoga, you want it to be that fast, flowy, and switch. So you decide what you're feeling. Or maybe you're just like, I'm done. You know, this is day 14. I'm feeling it. That's why tomorrow is just a 2-setter. 2 more. Very good. Plank. And then we are done. Last 15 seconds. Finishing your workout strong here. I always like to end workouts in general with a plank. I always say it's like kissing your workout goodbye. 4, 3, 4, 2. Drop to those knees. We are done. Woo! So good work. Welcome to glider work if you're new, or welcome back if you're not. I'll see you tomorrow.